We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. On the counter, it's Walker. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Set. Pepper. Ready.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They run it again with Kamara. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Kamara up the middle. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league. It's told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally, a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he's got room. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Seahawks have moved out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Again, it's Kamara trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. On second down, it's Walker. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. Back to Walker on first down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step of touchdown. DK Metcalf, his first touchdown here of the new campaign as they have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Coming left is Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage. Kamara gets it again on second down. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
1st and 10. Matthews throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it, brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So the penalty there winds up on the offense, so obviously it's declined, and we have a change of possession.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Off play action, Fields.
Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A good pickup there at 22.
From the gun, it's Walker.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
112 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Off the play fake, Matthews. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now it's Lockett. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
1 second, all that remains.
That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we are at halftime here in downtown. Set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They start the second half with Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts. And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 14 yards that time, and a fresh set of down. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. Shifts by him. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down, Matthews. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Here's Walker to start the drive. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 176 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They run again with Walker. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Over on the sideline hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And some room to roam now.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 30. A big play there out of Kamara. 41 yards. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off play action. Matthews. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And going right back to Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third is worth through 3. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began to play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw a spot.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Matthews. Open man there is Collins, complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Here we go with Kamara. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 32. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake. Matthews. He's got Smith here. Touchdown, Saints. Jonnu Smith, 32 yards. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, go!
They begin on the ground with Kamara. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Kamara up the middle. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hit.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown! DK Metcalf, 64 yards. And the Seahawks tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw out wide to Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.